Hello, I'm Don Mitchell. Welcome back to the 2000% Nation. We continue today looking at Lesson 10, which is about firms becoming more productive, especially for-profit ones. Now we're going to be looking at a second aspect of this, one that I think is quite critical, which is to exponentially increase stakeholder benefits in ways that strengthen stakeholders' abilities, encouragement to cooperate with a company. And here I'd like to quote from the book of Judges, chapter 20, verse 11 in the New King James Version. So all the men of Israel were gathered against the city, united together as one man. It's one thing to lower the cost of supply and providing, acquiring, and using an offering for everyone, from suppliers to customers and end users. There's quite another thing to also make the same offering 20 times more beneficial for all those who supply, produce, make available, purchase, and use the same offering. The combined effect of the cost reductions and benefit increases is to make an offering at least 400 times more beneficial to all stakeholders. Most for-profit companies limit themselves to considering just a few ways of improving offerings that will lead to somewhat more of them being purchased, while also increasing near-term profits, the stream of cash generated, and the value of owners' stakes in the firm. That perspective is quite inadequate, however, for increasing stakeholder benefits to their fullest potential, for serving God in ways He wants, and for becoming a more profitable company. One reason such opportunities are missed is due to leaders failing to consider how helpful it is to have more of God's support for their activities, as well as for all stakeholders to feel much more encouraged to cooperate with the company. The added effectiveness that flows from the support of both sources is more than enough to multiply benefits by exponential amounts, and also to expand by a similar degree profits and other traditional measures of business performance. The Bible often advocates unity, pointing out that division leads to disaster. Yet many believers blithely assume that they should separate their business decisions from seeking God's support and that of stakeholders who contribute to their firm's performance. Consider as an example how many organizations have prospered while they were thought by stakeholders to be serving godly purposes, and how quickly the same firms collapsed when it became apparent that selfish interests of a few were in fact trampling on God's and everyone else's interests. Keeping the importance of unity in mind, let's look at how to make more benefit breakthroughs. For the right changes, first be sure to consider all stakeholders and look for much larger benefit gains than for-profit companies typically do. While such a search may seem overwhelmingly difficult at first, experience shows that achieving that kind of result may not in fact be especially challenging for those who persevere while engaging in the appropriate steps. Here's an example. Think about educating people in how to gain more benefits from an offering. While most people don't even read the directions for using a newly purchased offering, providing major benefits from learning more about an offering's use can be enough incentive to gain almost anyone's attention. For instance, a van purchase might come with a book that describes how to start high-income, part-time businesses that require such a vehicle, along with membership in a web portal that provides a great many leads for meeting those who wish to purchase such services. Employees of for-profit companies might be provided with classes on establishing profitable firms to supply their current employers. Suppliers could be presented with research about how making more beneficial components or providing more helpful services could lead them to open major new markets and to enjoy increased profits. Here's another useful perspective. Beyond educating people about using an offering, look at how valuable benefits could be greatly multiplied by improving the offering. The development of the iPod, Apple's portable music player, and the iTunes Store, Apple's website for low-cost music downloads, demonstrates this concept. When Apple was developing the iPod, the company also looked into how to reduce the cost of acquiring music and making the process of doing so easier, faster, and with better sound quality. By combining superior hardware and software with a new way of compensating music producers, the potential for enjoying mobile listening soared to previously unanticipated levels, while greatly reducing net user costs by making simple songs inexpensively available and slicing the time needed to download and to find beautifully sounding music on the player. After educating people and improving the offering, identify valuable benefits people want that aren't yet available, and find ways to provide these benefits. As an example, consider Apple's approach to interoperability of its electronic devices. People often use the same electronic material on many different devices, from desktop computers to laptop computers to notebook computers to portable recording devices to mobile telephones. Long before electronic interoperability was so important, Apple designed its iMacs, desktop computers, MacBooks, laptop computers, iPods, iPhones, iPads, tablet computers, and iTunes Store to provide easy ways to access the same software and audio and video recordings on any of Apple's devices. As a result, more could be accomplished by users, and the cost of acquiring such material were reduced by limiting the need for multiple copies. In many cases, a for-profit company will initially lack the knowledge to identify and create so many valuable improvements. A wise company will seek world-class partners and suppliers whose complementary skills make it much easier to conceptualize and to provide benefit breakthroughs. In addition, public contests conducted over the internet can attract talented people and outstanding solutions. As Goldcore demonstrated, find better ways to prospect for gold, see the ultimate competitive advantage for more information. As Procter & Gamble has shown, it accelerates profitable new product developments. I further recommend that for-profit companies look into ways that new classes of benefits can be developed that such organizations usually overlook. For instance, if users are struggling with moral and spiritual issues while employing an offering, for example, a potentially addictive but illegal product such as a prescription painkiller, the offering provider could also offer assistance in strengthening and encouraging those who would like to improve their moral and spiritual fruitfulness. Here's a simple example. A help page on an internet site might also include information for those with desires to improve morally and spiritually, potentially include Bible verses, testimonies, and best practices for those who have made excellent moral and spiritual progress while using the offering. In our next video, we'll shift our attention to assisting companies in copying the company's activities. In other words, having competitors do this to help increase the firm's innovativeness by at least 20 times. So I look forward to sharing that information with you soon. But in the meantime, may God bless you, your family, and all you do in the name of Jesus. Take care and goodbye for now. God bless.